Good morning. Welcome back to Dower House Farms. Beef from Cops Farm, East Cork and Ireland. We put up a video every day. All these old calves are going away great now, thank God. Touch wood, jeez, I hate to say it now, but there's how many weighing now? There's by the weekend there'll be about 120 weaned. And there's this shed then. There's some actually up here that are after we must get out. These lads are this 10 are just the last 10 to the horn. We'll do them now tomorrow. The forecast for tomorrow is brutal, so big grand indoor job. So put it there now, it's a bit cold looking. Little bit of coughing actually the last few days. No touching pneumonia, I don't think, with anything. But yeah, little bit of coughing for whatever reason. I don't know if it's just the way the wind is blowing or the breeze is a bit moist in there. Look at that fella. Assume he's nearly waned, don't I? Alright. I just like to have a walk around the shed there every morning and every evening. And oh, that wire is down. Every morning and every evening. And sorry now. We have wires up for training them, but the power went off it somehow. And they pulled it down. Yeah, I like to have a walk every morning and evening so we can just make sure they're all okay. As you're doing a lot of coughing. We haven't any calves out yet, and we probably won't for another 10 days maybe, until the weather gets good. And there, I like to let them get good and strong before I leave them out. Saves them the hassle, and look, there's a pile of work in having calves out, drawn, ration out them and everything, so it's easy to have them in. The likes of that one there now, I don't know, for whatever reason, she's a bit thin. So I'm going to take a walk around the shed now, and they're nearly all them Wagyus. I'll take a walk around the shed now. I'll take all the numbers that I think are a bit light, and I'll give them another 2 weeks probably on milk. Won't kill them, and it'll only make them better if anything. So say there's only maybe 1 and about 3 in this side. I can see 1, 2, 3, 4. 10 is all I'd say. They're doing a lot of licking as well. I'd say now I'll put the spot on. Can you get spot on the calves? I think you can. Haven't been done for lice yet, so mightn't do them any harm. Doing a lot of kicking now. See that lad? Licking and kicking and things, so mightn't do any harm. Back right now this morning. This is like our therapy. Yup. You going around the galloping, Ash? No, I'm all ridden now. Say, come on, Ash.
Mama, Dad, Mama.
stop. Keep kicking away, man. Keep kicking. Go on, kick. Kick, 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 kick. Kick, kick, kick. Go on, kick. Up. Don't leave out. Good girl. Put your stick in the other hand now. 1 sec. Stop her. Myself and Fong are doing one of my least favourite jobs, fencing. I'll find someone to put you on time lapse. Someone will get a bit of enjoyment out of it. We invested in a new sledgehammer there in January 2023. Cost a lot of money, but it's a serious job. It's a automatic sledgehammer, does it for you. It's called the Load-All. Ah, Pat. Beautiful. Smashing all together. Back in the yard now. Myself and Fong have been out in the rain, literally, since 10 o'clock this morning, and it's now 4:30. And just as I was pulling back into the yard, it stopped raining. And a lot of rain for tonight. And there's bulls just by the road, in the farm across the road in reseed, so I want to get them out of there. I have a paddock up here at home that I'm going reseeding on, so if they plough that themselves, it's not the end of the world. So I'm going to go up and get that. We're going to bring them over there, and I'm going doing all the farm walks now as well. Practice dried up. I haven't done them in 3 weeks now, and look, we're heading into a real period of growth now, so I'm going to crack on with it. There was actually cattle out wintered here for the winter. Hopefully we'll get on and reseed it now, get it grazed. It's nice cover grass here, probably 1700. Get it grazed and spray it off and reseed it. So sorry, I'm actually recording this clip now later because I had a screen recorded and loads of talking over it, and it never recorded the sound. So the second block I did across the road from the home farm is 30 acres. There's about 12 acres out for reseeding. There's an average farm cover of 590 on it at the moment. Now our plan at the moment, there's 52 bulls between there and at home, which at the moment demand is irrelevant because it's way below what growth will be going forward. But my plan is to carry all the calves on them 2 blocks. So it's 45 acres, but there is 45 acres, but there's going to be 12 acres out for reseeding now, and I want to take out another 7 acres. So with the 7 acres in, the demand was 33. But when I took the 7 acres out for reseeding, it upped my demand to 60. Now I'm confident that we will grow 60 between, if I get that paddock, them fields sprayed off next week, get them back, have the reseeding done the week, have them back grazing in say 8 weeks, 2 months. By the end of July or the end of June, they should be back in, and it'll be back in for our peak demand. So I'm happy that we should be able to carry that, and I give another little spiel now in a minute about why it's the right thing to do. So this isn't very entertaining, but I hope you understand what I'm doing. I would hope that if I got them sprayed off, maybe Monday or Tuesday, I'd say they're probably green enough now to spray them off. Leave them a week, get in, get it cultivated, get it sat. You'll be talking 6 weeks, 6 to 7 weeks before you'll be back in grazing. So call it 2 months for argument's sake from now. So I'll be back in grazing the 24th of June. We'll have some demand come the 24th of June now. It will be at its absolute peak. But look, we have another 10 acres to come in there, but there will be a lot of calves to go out. So my plan between there's 45 acres here between these two blocks. There's 12 out for reseeding at the moment, and I'm going to be taking out another 7. So my plan between these two blocks is to run one group of 52 bulls and 2 groups of 60 calves. So 120 calves and 60 odd bulls. There's a couple of lame fellas as well, so call it 60 odd bulls on 45 acres. Sorry now, a bit of it on my seat, but to be beeping actually. So like the key to profitability in a dairy calf to beef system is a high grassland stocking rate. The only way to successfully carry a high stocking rate at grass is to do grassland, is to practice very good grassland management, and part of that is grass measuring and reseeding. By knowing what you've out there, and you may know what's out there, okay? And some people are very good at knowing how much grass they have without ever doing a farm walk. But it's very hard to look into the future. Take them paddocks out for grazing now when you're carrying a very heavy stocking rate. It's very hard to be as close to being sure as you can be without using pasture base to put in the figures and run the figures and say, right, what's my stocking rate going to be the second week of June, when we could possibly get dry if I take them paddocks out for grazing, or if I take them paddocks out for reseeding. So as I said in one of my previous videos, our grassland stocking rate, the plan is to carry a good bit of a higher stocking rate next year than we are this year. And to ensure that we're able to do that, we're doing a lot of reseeding. I suppose we got into a lot of grassland sort of 5, 6, 7 years ago. Is over that period of time we've been building up our grassland, and we're still sort of growing it a little bit. So a lot of our reseeding was done back then, and it's coming up now again, so we have a good bit of it to do, but we're staggering it, so it still allows us to carry a good stocking rate. We're a little bit down in cattle this year. I took the decision sort of 18 months ago just to cut back a little bit for 1 year. I'm glad I did. It was the right decision at the time, and it's still the right decision now, and it's allowing me to do that bit of reseeding and things now. So it's the same as everything. When you're running a business of any description, you have to know what are your key metrics, or what are your KPIs, key performance indicators. If you don't know, are you meeting the targets? How do you know whether you're doing good or bad? Or how do you know whether you can take the next step, etc.? And I've had years where I haven't grass measured because I've been too busy doing other things, and put my hands up and say, I should have been grass measuring. I would have managed my grass better. But look, you live and you learn. I was probably, it's not that I didn't think I should have, I knew I should have been grass measuring, but I was too busy off measuring other people's grass was the problem. They were getting the benefit out of it. So anyway, I'll stop yapping now and go on to the next block there now. So this is the next block. It's about a 20-acre block, and my plan is to either run a group of, I actually don't have a plan made yet. I'll have a plan made now by the time I've just walked on as to what cattle I'm going to have here for the next few months. Just on the next block now, and there's red clover silage in this block. All this got this year was 3,000 gallons of pig slurry, and I'll just show you what the pig slurry did. This is what it did. That's a skip that got no pig slurry. So I seeked advice from a couple of different people. I was sort of keen early last week. I was keen maybe to put a bit of nitrogen on this, but I said I got advice off people. They said don't, and I'm glad they did now because it's really after kicking on. But some people told me that even pig slurry is too much nitrogen for it. I don't agree. I'm all for regenerative farming practices, but in a commercial farm on rented land where output is key, it just doesn't work in the sense of zero nitrogen, and leave the clover provide all the nitrogen to the plant. Not on the ground we're farming. Maybe on ground that's in regen with a long time it might, but on this it won't. So anyway, look, horses for courses, doctors there for the patients, as they say. This field now will be cut 2.5 weeks, I'd say. And these multi-species, again, relay what I'm saying. This was grazed 3 days ago. This was grazed 5 days ago. I was going taking these out in the spring. I said they're just not performing. Waste of time. They got no slurry last year. All they got last year was 0730. Maybe one bag urea in the autumn or in the spring. Then or half bag urea in the spring. Then 0730. This has sort of went back onto a full nitrogen program, you could say, and hopping out of the ground. I think multi-species and red clover and all them things, I'm all for them, don't get me wrong. Big advocate of them, love multi-species. Someone's beeping at me, obviously, if I go home and watch the video now tonight. All for multi-species red clover in certain circumstances. They don't work in every circumstance. And I've experienced both sides of it. I've depended too heavily on red clover, white clover, multi-species to grow my grass, and it hasn't worked. My plan is to front load my nitrogen this year while my stocking rate is at its highest, and very little depending on clover then hopefully in the summer and autumn. To be honest, I didn't even know this was here before I went on my rant. That's the difference of slurry and no slurry and multi-species. Slurry, no slurry. Loads of grass, no grass. You have to feed the plant in spring, in our circumstances, on our ground. The plants alone cannot provide enough nitrogen to make it a viable crop. That's our circumstances. So now that's it. I've four blocks done, another one to do. The average there was from 1200 average farm cover down to 400, and everywhere in between basically. There was 700, 400, 1200 and I think 520 or something, in or about that anyway. So we've plenty of grass. Our stocking rate at the moment isn't that high because we've none of the calves out. Probably won't have for another 2 weeks, I'd say. I don't like leaving calves out too early. I like them to get good and strong. There's a group will be weaning now Monday, so I'll probably leave them out Monday fortnight. Maybe we'll give them 2 weeks off milk before we leave them out, or we might leave out half and leave out another half then after. Something we'll see. So our demand will be rising all the time. Our cattle will be getting heavier. All the calves will be going out. Calves will be coming off ration. Calves will be getting heavier. So on and so forth. So our peak demand will be just before the cattle come in, which will be the end of July. Probably the start of August we're hoping to bring in the first batch of cattle, and growth rates then hopefully should be able to match demand. We'll have a lot of reseeded ground back in, and etc, etc, etc. So I think the plan looks like it's going to fall into place. Hopefully it will. The only way we'll be able to keep on top of that is by measuring. Anyone who is a grass-based beef or dairy farmer, I can't emphasize enough how important it is to measure grass. Look, you don't need to be out in February measuring grass, or December, or just if you want to know your tonnage. Them months can be add an extra layer of information to that, but otherwise it's not that important. But from now until the 10th of September, walk your farm every week, without question. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's one of my most requested videos is the grassland management videos. I want to put them up, not that many people watch them. So the way to make sure more people watch this is put all your comments below, as many questions as possible. I'll get back to you. I'll get back to every one of them. Please like and subscribe as always. And what else? I had something else to say. Oh yeah, anyone in the East Cork, North Cork, Tipperary, Waterford region looking to get grass measured. Precision Pastures is my other business. We work for a lot of dairy farmers. We do grass measuring, and grassland management. So basically we will help you with managing your grass and help you in the decision making progress around grassland management. 086 177 2623. Give me a call. Anyway, thanks a million for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe, and see you again tomorrow for more Dower House Farms and grassland management, precision pastures. Good luck.